Now with our lead story, a conversation with Dr. Ben Carson, author of the big bestseller One Nation. On Sunday night, a presidential straw poll in Polk County, Iowa declared a winner. And it was you, Doctor. You got 62% of the votes cast. Runner-up was Senator Ted Cruz with only 7%. So if you're going to run for president, and I know you're going to say you're looking at it, I don't know, I'll decide on April Fool's, I don't know what it is. You're going to have to raise a lot of money. You're going to have to start now. All right, you're going to have to start now raising money because you got to hire people in every state. You got to get an organization. You got to hire pinheads like Karl Rove. You got to do all of that. Okay, so have you started doing that?
Yes, we've started the USA First PAC to do exactly that, but also to raise funds to help other candidates, because I think if we don't have a significant impact in November of this year, we're going to have lost the race. So we really need to have a big impact now.
Okay, so you're going to look to see what happens in November, to see where the country is at this point in time. One of the things that you're going to have to overcome is the inexperience in government, which, you know, President Obama went in fairly inexperienced, even though he was a senator, okay, and you saw what happened. We're seeing what happened right now. He's got a management problem, which is crushing the country. And then, you know, the savvy politicians who have been around for a while and held positions like governor, senator, congressman, they're going to say, look, I like Ben Carson. He's a good guy, but he didn't have any government experience. He can't run the federal government. And how are you going to overcome that?
Well, I can tell you, in terms of political experience, spending almost 4 decades in an academic institution, you get plenty of that. But there's no question that I haven't spent a lot of time in government. Doesn't mean that you can't make sure that you have people around you who have spent that time. But I think the thing that is actually more important is wisdom and understanding and knowing how to use facts. You know, when I conducted some very complex operations, including things that hadn't been done before, it required pulling people together, some of whom knew a lot of things that I didn't know about different areas, but being able to coordinate those things and make them amalgamate, merge them into something that's successful. That's what we're going to need to do.
Okay,
and we've already proven.
You're also going to need.
No, we've proven that.
You're also going to need to defeat Putin, ISIS, China. I mean, socially in the United States,
Absolutely.
I think you got it. I mean, I would have no problem. But once you get overseas now, then you're in really, really, you know, for a new guy, these are complicated waters over there.
There's no question that they're very complicated. And I think one of the things that is vitally important is that you learn to listen to your generals and some of the people who do know that. But the fact of the matter is there are some guiding principles. When you're dealing with an organization like ISIS, whose stated goal is to destroy you, you can't play with them. You can't just drive them back into their little hole and let them regroup and come back out. You have to have a philosophy that you're going to get rid of them, and you have to use the means that are necessary in order to do that.
All right.
You can't play games.
Well, Doctor, if you decide to run and be fascinating, that's for sure. And, you know, we'll give you a hard time. We give everybody a hard time. But I
like a hard time.
You're a good man, Doctor. Directly.